Here we go into winners finals of SCS 217. First off, for red team and ambitious crossover, we have the Lonely Spades Club, Gatling Mortar, Pyramidion with Banshee and Flare Gun. Their ally is the Yellow Bathtub, bringing Gatling and Artemis with Banshee and a Flare Gun. And their opponents, the Victor, for the Pomelos, first ship for the Pomelos, another Gatling Mortar Pyramidion with Light Flak and Flare Gun. And finally, the Authorial Prime, Spire, Hwacha Mortar, Gatling. So Spire is an interesting choice here. A ship we really do not see very often in competitive play, and frankly never have. There's been some people talking about how the new Alliance ships have been keeping the Spire at bay, but I feel like the old ships were keeping the Spire at bay as well. Spire has never really been seen as a strong competitive a ship able to bring competitive builds. Just too many weaknesses. The long profile makes it very easy to hit, low armor value, basically useless in long range fights, and in close range it doesn't have a lot of firepower. However, you see how quickly that armor just gets shredded, and they're already one mortar shot away from dying. I mean, this is why you don't bring the Spire. The only way you win a fight with the Spire is if the element of surprise is fully on your side. You need to just unload your gun arsenal on a team that is completely unaware of your position, and that was not the case here, as now the Victor left in a 2v1. Yellow Bathtub not going to be able to utilize their Artemis from that low angle, but Lonely Spades Club coming back into Arc. Don't know if Victor is going to be able to survive here, especially if they get pushed into the canyons away from their spawn point. Authorial Spawn has taken the west spawn, but Victor reversing into the canyon, so we're not going to have any support here. Artemis, I think they're probably just drawing their opponents away from their newly spawned Spire. They've probably given up on this one. And another, no, not quite yet. But surely there's no escape here for the Victor. Going for the ram, but Gatling finishes off the armor, and another. I feel like a broken record at this point, but a quick 2-0 for ambitious crossover, as Authorial Prime maintaining this hidden position here behind the western wall of blue spawn, very low altitude. So we'll see Victor. See, they do take the same spawn, so they're near the Spire. Red team heading in that direction as well. Spot already going down on the Victor. This area is a little bit more clouded, lower visibility, so there's a possibility that the Authorial Prime would be able to close the distance, but they got to get a move on. They're pumping that moonshine. Spire's not fast. Yellow Bathtub moving in, targeting the Primal. Lonely Spades Club goes for the Victor. Artemis, Spire is rising up, so Artemis is not going to be an Arc, but Spire looks like unsure which target they're going to be going for. Reversing, seems like they want the Lonely Spades Club, but they hit the terrain, lose their armor. Lonely Spades Club moving in for the Victor, as Victor rises up to disengage, and Spades Club may be turning their focus to the Authorial Prime. Turning bit, no, reversing. Victor comes back. They had switched their focus. Pyramidion Bathtub going for a huge ram on the Authorial Prime. Armor not down just yet. Spades Club getting a huge amount of damage to both the Victor and the Spades Club, losing armor at the same time. And now both ships, armor on the red Pyramidion does go down first, so Spire trades for the Pyramidion. This at least puts a point on the board for the Pomelos, but that is a bad trade when you're already 2 points down, and Yellow Bathtub's going to be able to pick up this 4th point against the heavily damaged Victor. I think Spire probably would have been advantageous because the Gatling Artemis here on the Yellow Bathtub. Artemis does not shoot up very well. If the Spire had simply risen up, they could have gotten a dual focus with their ally, the Victor, and killed that red Pyramidion, which I think would have been the better play, instead of trying to, I don't know, deal with the Bathtub, dissuade them, which did not work out at all. So instead the Spire ended up doing nothing. And they're currently chasing Yellow Bathtub into the canyons. Arthurio Prime has a forward position here. They're a little bit far away from their ally, the Victor, so they're forced to back up, which is unfortunately not what they want to do. The Spire really wants a close... That's the problem with the Spire, is they want that close position, but once they get close, they just get rammed. They have so little armor, the balloon is so vulnerable. You see how low the balloon already is. Yellow Bathtub smashing them into the ground, but Yellow Bathtub's damaged as well, and Victor smashing them into the canyon wall. Maybe this is the opportunity that the Pomelos need. Arthurio Prime needs to stay alive here. They get a mallet hit in, so they have full armor. Spades Club is going to go for the Spire, and they might be able to get the kill. Watcha comes out. Guns don't go down, and unfortunately for blue team, Spades Club still able to connect with the front of their ship, taking down the Spire at the end there, giving them the 5th point. Pomelos came very close to turning around that last fight, but unfortunately, weaknesses of the Spire are just so difficult to overcome. And that means Ambitious Crossover will be moving on to the grand finals of today's tournament, while the Pomelos will be falling down to losers finals to await the winner, await their opponent in the losers brackets.